Former National Security Advisor M.K. Narayanan on Wednesday warned that the ongoing conflict involving the United States, Israel and Iran could escalate into a serious crisis with far-reaching implications for the global economy and security. Narayanan said the conflict could escalate with an uncertain duration. Iran may suffer the most, but the world could face economic and other impacts.
Well, it has the potential to become a much more serious conflict, but it's always difficult to sort of predict how a conflict will turn out. Usually, in the days when the rule-based order was still there, which is no longer in existence, the bigger nations would act as guardians of the peace to some extent after the war lasted for a few times. But since the United States is now playing a lead role in this conflict, I don't know how long the conflict could take place. And Iran has been known for years to be willing to fight to the last person concerned. So it could be long drawn out. Of course, Iran will be the worst sufferer, but I think the rest of the world will face the implications, both economically and otherwise.
Sir, the oil and gas prices have surged sharply since the war began, and with nearly a fifth of global crude supply reportedly disrupted due to the threats in the Strait of Hormuz. Sir, how do you think that how will it burden the high fuel and import costs of the countries which are dependent on importing energy like India?
Yeah, I think every country is going to be affected. Like every country which is importing is going, but also for those who are to export. If you can't export, there is no revenue. So I think this is a major crisis, economic, as much an economic crisis as a political crisis. And the point is, the longer this goes on, there will be other collateral damage which will be affected.
Sir, India has deep strategic interest in Gulf and has been involved in regional security frameworks since so long. Sir, from your perspective, what role should India play in diplomatic effort to contain this war?
Well, I belong to an older generation where we used to play a very major role. But for reasons that I can't quite explain, because I'm no longer in the government and this kind of thing, I find that India has stepped back from playing a role as an interlocutor and I think the way the global power systems are working, India is not very much, I mean, everybody talks highly of India, but I don't think India plays a leading role, at least is not seen to be playing a leading role. And much as India would like to play, I don't think that people are asking for India's help. And you can't go to someone's help unless that nation asks you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Former Deputy NSA Pankaj Saran, meanwhile speaking, said India should help ease tension as the US conducts a major military campaign on Iran, urging communication channels be maintained and hoping the campaign of bombing Iran ends soon. Earlier today, spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs, Randhir Jaiswal, confirmed that the two Indian nationals have lost their lives and one missing still remains amid the ongoing West Asia conflict. During the inter-ministerial briefing on recent developments in West Asia in the national capital, the MEA spokesperson reiterated that the welfare and safety of India's large diaspora in the region remain the government's utmost priority as the conflict continues to escalate.
I think firstly it's a very good thing that he has spoken to the Iranian foreign minister. I mean, apart from the civilizational links we always had with Iran, it is very important for India to be able to talk to Iran, to listen to them and to offer any good offices that we can. At this point in time, I think it is important that everyone, and particularly in India, we help to diffuse some of the tension. Although, let us face it, we are in the middle of a massive military campaign by the United States on Iran. And the United States has made it very clear that they are not interested in listening to anyone or in deflecting their objectives. So the space for India to get into this in any form of mediation or reduction of tension is very limited. However, we have to maintain those channels of communication, and we have to hope that this entire military campaign of bombing Iran comes to a halt earlier rather than later. I don't think it's information warfare. I mean, on the face of it, I would take their claim at face value that they have successfully destroyed Iran's military capabilities, including on the Strait of Hormuz, and that, you know, they have effectively neutralized Iran's navy and other capabilities for the moment. What happens after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, who knows? That entirely depends on who governs Tehran and what happens after this campaign is over. But I think the Strait of Hormuz is very, very critical. It's very narrow. Anyone can block it. Anyone can sabotage it. So we are treading a very thin line in terms of ensuring the free movement of energy supplies to India through the Strait of Hormuz. We just have to hope that it clears up fast. And the litmus test for this will be finally the rates of maritime insurance for insurance of vessels and ships. If the insurance rates come down, we know that the risks have reduced. If the insurance rates go up, we know the reality. That speaks for itself. And of course, the other thing is the price of the oil, which is very important. Which is, we have to, I mean, it's really shooting up and down. It's very unstable. So I think these next few days will be important, but we have to look at beyond the next few days. I mean, we have to look at what happens in the medium term, in the long term. We have to then take back lessons from what has happened.
Then the consumption of high fuel of the nation?
It will definitely have an impact on our current account deficit, on our balance of payment situation, because, as I said, we import 90% of our energy, and all of it is in dollars, or most of it is in US dollars. So any increase in oil prices will have a downstream effect on inflation in India, on the pace of our economic growth, etc. The question is how long it lasts. If it's a question of few days or weeks, we're okay. But if it lasts beyond that, then of course it will have. Already there are some energy importing countries, smaller economies like Pakistan or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka, which are already feeling the pinch. We are able to sustain, we will be able to sustain given our strategic reserves, etc. But it will definitely have an impact, and we will have to continue the process of diversification of sources of import of oil from other countries going beyond the Gulf. We have a vested interest in ensuring sustained supply, predictable supply, and we will have to work with major oil suppliers, energy suppliers, such as Russia, the Gulf, the United States itself, to ensure, and when there is a shortage or when prices are going up, we will also be competing with other oil importers, major energy importers, such as China. So if the market size reduces, availability reduces, if prices rise, then we will be faced in a competitive position vis-a-vis China also.
Control room and doing the very best. As far as there have been reports of some casualties. On that, I would like to update you. We have 2 Indian nationals whom we lost, and 1 remains missing. We express our condolences to the families. We also, these 3 Indian nationals, they have died or they are missing. This happened when they were on ships, merchant vessels, and that merchant vessel came under attack. Few Indians who have suffered injuries in the GCC region, they are being looked after, they are being treated, and our embassy and our consulate is in close touch with them to ensure their well-being. 1 Indian national, you would have seen those reports as well. He was injured in Israel. He was taken to the hospital. He is receiving treatment and he's recuperating well. Today in the morning, you would have seen reports that an Indian national was injured in Dubai. This gentleman, our consulate is in touch with him. He is also receiving treatment at a hospital, and we are in regular touch with him to ensure his welfare and well-being. Please do follow all our social media handles and our press releases and statements for more updates in regard to the welfare of our Indian community in the Gulf region, as also on developments concerning us and how we are engaging and dealing with those in that region. In Iran, there's a lot of interest because we have students and we have Indian nationals there as well, some 9,000 of them. Of these, several of our students and others who were there paying heed to our advisories to leave the country, they have returned home. Others still continue to be there. Our embassy is in regular touch with them. We have also relocated some students and other visitors, pilgrims to different cities to ensure their safety. We are also assisting, our embassy in Tehran is assisting people who want to make land border crossing and go into Armenia and Azerbaijan, and from there take the commercial flights to come back home. So that option is also available to